Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave? Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight to remain the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the do not wish this life to pass away, but life presents such possibilities each and every day. I heard a calling that was right for me. I prayed for strength for what's ahead of me. Show me the please show me the way. The sun rose high and broke the night away. stood before me was my enemy. He's come to take away my liberties. I'd rather die than be a slave to thee. Don't treat me this way. I'd rather die than be your slave. I will survive. And you feel my rage. It's not a question of being brave. I'd rather die than be your slave. Didn't matter who shot us that day. They killed my brothers, they lay dead by me. Hit them hard, we made them pay that day. We hung the traitors from the highest trees. Mercy from me. We lost a lot, our pain was heavy. We sacrificed for God and country. Held the ground that was in front of me. This was the price to pay for liberty. Still you hear me say, I'd rather die than be your slave. I will survive. And you feel my rage. It's not a question of being brave. I'd rather die than be your slave. Time has passed, we repeat history. Our toys have changed while man has stayed the same. Tribal families rule not over me. I will not let them break my liberty. We'll die for them today. I'd rather die than be your slave. I will survive. And feel my rage. It's not a question of being brave. I'd rather die than be your slave. I'd rather die than be your slave. You know I will survive. Die, then be your
Okay, kiddies, we's back, or we's Isa here. Scotty called a little while ago. He can't make it. He has got to go into work early, so it's early to bed, early to rise. Doesn't necessarily make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. I haven't heard from Mr. T, so I'm assuming his problem came back. Emmy, I got an answer to that question about the VP. I'll let you know here in a few minutes. But first of all, I have to apologize for last week. I had finished 6 gun shows in a row, and last week was the last one I was sponsoring for the year. And I got home early enough to get things ready, but I made the mistake of sitting down. And Mama having the problems she's having, why uh, she couldn't remember to wake me up. So I fell asleep, and I did not wake up till 9:30. In which case, I got up and I went to bed at 9:30, and I slept to 9 o'clock the next morning. I was running on utter exhaustion. But to top that all off, come Monday afternoon and evening, my sinuses started to screw up on me. So um, it's just seems to be one thing after another. I got rid of the headache, but boy, I got this nagging bastard cough, and when I'm sitting sort of straight up like this, it isn't as bad as if I could put an angle about like so. Then it's cough, cough, cough after cough, 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 and I get a mouthful of shit, and I spit it out, and I'm good for about a half hour to 45 minutes, and it starts all over again. Um, Yes, Emmy, I do believe the left is turning away from Harris. They're finding out she's not as smart as they were playing her up to be, that she's just a damn dumb asshole, communist, pinko bastard. And the Hildebeest is not much better. And but it looks like the preliminary results from the long-term results of the election that we just had, it looks like the Democrats took it on the chin some, and they're afraid about next year's elections. And so, and yeah, Harris wanted to be vice president. And I'm going to tell you something. Nobody has said this, and I'm going to say it. I'll be the first one to take the heat. The only reason Harris was on the ballot in the first place was to get 2 groups of votes for Biden. One was the blacks. Number 2, the female vote. And no, I've had this before, Emmy, and I don't feel bad as far as sick. I just feel my energy level is wasted because I'm not getting enough sleep. I can't sleep in bed laying down. I have to sit in the chair and sleep. And that. But I've had this before, and I've also had pneumonia before, and they're pretty much close to the same. But I've been keeping a real strong watch on it, and if I don't make some better headway tomorrow, I'll be getting a hold of my doctor. I've got some antibiotics that I started to take today, so yeah, silver. I've started taking the silver too. I mean, I have I don't have a whole bunch anymore. I had several bottles made up, but I've done drunk it and that. So I got enough to get by for tonight and tomorrow, and then Tuesday morning I'll have to make up some fresh. But yep, I'm a firm believer in that silver too. But I haven't been staying busy in my shop though. That's the problem. I been turning out supplies for people, and now sometimes when I get that up, it'll come up further, and I can go out and I can spit it out. and it'll be clear for, like I say, up to a half hour, 45 minutes. Usually when that happens, oh, yeah, thank God for this break. Um, but I see Biden is still slipping in the polls, and he's going to have a virtual summit with China Xping, whatever his name is, and that's so that he won't see Biden shit his pants in person like he did at the Pope when he went to see the Pope. And plus, it's easier to keep them awake. With a smaller screen, people can stay in the background with a poker and poke them to keep them awake. So. That's something else. I thought I'd have a little rum, and when I get done here, what I was going to say, I have a little bit of rum. When I get done here, I'm going up and have a cup of hot tea and put some moonshine whiskey my son brought me. I haven't opened it yet, but I think tonight's a good night to do that. Yeah, OZ, cannabis, you're talking about, oh, God, the name ain't coming to me. Yeah, the government is planning it. If there's a false flag operation, it's always run by the government. And even if it don't say the people don't say that it is, it's run by somebody who got money from somebody through the government to do something to somebody. And anyhow, I don't know if I can run for 2 hours, but I'm going to try and give you at least an hour. Yeah. Australia, yeah, okay. Now I know. Now I did see something on that. You have to be a little more specific, kids, right now, because my brain is in a state of brain fart. It is tired like the rest of me and doesn't necessarily coordinate things like it usually does. And so unlikes pure blood, yeah. So anyhow, yeah, and they're trying to push the same shit here. And I did see on the internet today, I was on newsmax.com, where the head of the FBI said there will be no FBI agents going to any school board meetings. Now, that being said, cover your backside. After all, we're talking about a government agency, and they have no qualms about lying. And that's so. What was I going to say? I had a whole bunch of stuff I was going to tell you. Oh, next week or the week after, I have the editor of Post Industrial magazine, comes out of Pittsburgh, is coming up to interview me. She's done a couple of other stories over the years. So she's coming up and she's bringing a photographer. So I will probably, as soon as I know, I will probably take and be bringing them down here after I clean the studio up some. and I'll turn the thing on so you can, if you're available and don't have nothing to do, you can tune it in. I won't know what time till later, maybe till next weekend, but be that as may. And I still have to get a hold of that doctor friend again about coming down here um, with me falling asleep. With me calling, yeah, me calling it, yeah, falling asleep last week. I didn't get a chance to call her either. So, and that. So, this particular editor, this is the editor of the magazine, also one of the owners. She has done several stories over the years about patriotism. I've told you before. And she was doing some follow-ups, and she found my story that she'd done for the local newspaper and was reading it, and she said, my God, everything he's talked about back then is coming true today. The biggest problem with him is he was so far ahead. We're talking, I believe she was talking about 95. She did the uh, first interview, and here we are, 2020, 5, 10, 15, 20, roughly 17 years later. Or, yeah, no, well, I don't know. Anyway, later. Huh. Now, if that rum goes down there and cauterizes my uh, vocal or my airway passages, why, I guess I'll have to get some more. Anyhow, um, how's the weather out in your areas there, guys? I heard Dave say something about there was a few accidents down his area. We've got about almost 3 inches of snow up here, and it's still coming down. Not hard. That's the thing. It's been snowing since about 1 o'clock, and it's just continuing and continuing and continuing. And next week I have another gun show, but I'm not putting that one on. But if I can remember, never breathe rum in, huh? I don't know. It seems to work for me. I have a book that I've been reading, and if I'm not mistaken, it was written about 1970 by the John Birch Society, and they explain all that. Yeah, that burns. Yeah, the communists have been trying to take over, and it explains just exactly how it is. And I'm going to say something to all you Black Lives Matter leaders and supporters. In case you don't know, it has happened to every country that the communists have taken over. Once they got done using your ilk to consolidate and take over in power, you end up against the wall or buried somewhere. That's teachers, and that's lawyers, and that's politicians, mayors, and people of leadership in the groups that are out there pushing for special favoritism, and that includes the Black Lives Matters. And you also have to ask yourself, rank and file, just who are they looking out for, me or them? Because a couple of them have, one of the top ones had three $3 million homes they bought since they got into the Black Lives Matter that you have paid for with the sweat of your back. And so, um, yeah, Jack, I'm not ready for it either, but that's what we got. So to live, the good Lord giveth, the good Lord will take it away when He's ready. That's why I always like rain. You don't have to shovel it. And so, all right, I killed about 25 minutes, so I'm gonna. Here's one from Newsmax, and it was last week. This is one of the ones I would have used last week if I had been able to stay awake. Texas Governor Abbott to Newsmax, we're securing our border since Biden won't. And um, it goes on to tell you how much the state is paying for out of their own budget. $3 billion of state taxpayers' money has been appropriated so the state can meet obligations that the federal government and Biden administration won't. So if you watch the politics and the rebellion that's going on, it's almost the same divide as back in 1861. Okay. Here's another one for you from the Transportation Department. Also from Newsmax. The U.S. Transportation and Security Administration, TSA, said Thursday it has recently ramped up proposed fines for travelers failing to wear masks at airports and other transit modes. The TSA said it is a proposed $85,990,000 fine for 190 mask violators through Monday after more than 5,000 reported incidents since February the 2nd and issued warnings to more than 2,280 or 2,200. I'm sorry. And that was another one I was going to talk about. It's kind of hard to do. We don't have nobody here to do. Let's see. Oh, South Dakota, off of Newsmax. South Dakota Governor Nome signs order protecting state employees from Biden's mask mandate. Speaking of the dictator in charge, I see the Fifth Circuit Court put a hold on the mandated vaccination and mask wearing. The event on January the 4th because it's being challenged by, what was the number, 22 Republican governors. And Biden was on TV the other day after the court had put that out and said to the employees and the employers, go ahead with it anyway. To hell with the court and its declaration. He is setting himself up above the friggin' law. When are they going to pull his plug? Get him out. Get him out. Get him out before he shits all over the White House. Here's another one for Newsmax. Anti-Trump Lincoln Project admits organizing Virginia's governor race demonstration. That's where they come in and dressed up as KKK members at one of his bus stops where he was um, campaigning at. And of course, glad to see it, but the Democrats lost. It also is going to do away with the woke program and some of all the other garbage shit that they've been trying to stuff down our throats. And I've been watching the feeds, and more and more people of certain notorieties are coming out against the vaccines, the vaccine mandates, and the woke program, the critical race theory, and the MIC club, and all that. So I think it's headed for doom, but it's just a question of how far they're going to push trying to keep their people in office to the point of a state of martial law. Like I said for years, the government is looking for a reason to be able to declare a state of martial law. Now, once that happens, all writs of attainder go away. Right to speedy trial go away. How they already did that with the Patriot Act after 9/11. And they could hold you incognito or hidden away without telling anybody they got you or where you're at and deny you bail. I know. I was involved in that personally. And so, and you can thank Bushy Boy for that. Yep, Bushy Boy. And that. So, all right. I see this is outdated because I got the answer. I don't know if I hold it down. I thought I did, but maybe not. Maybe not. Nah. Oh, I got this all messed up. It's all messed up, just like me. I'm all messed up. That's all right. I like it. Yeah. Okay. The Supreme Court was to hear a challenge to New York's gun permit law, and I do believe that they did do the hearing, and the decision was that the New York gun permit law went too far. It was too restrictive. So things are going to be changing not only in New York, but probably other states that have the same type of thing. And here Trump does tomahawk chop with Atlanta Braves fan at World Series game number 4, and he's falling under criticism for doing that. And all he did was support the fans that were there. And so there you go. Of course, another airline last week canceled a bunch of flights because of staff shortages, which means they had a bunch of people that refused to take the vaccine. And Representative Hinson to Newsmax, administration turned a blind eye to the border. I got this in October the 22nd, which is what I would have been using last week. The Biden administration has completely turned a blind eye to what's going on at the nation's southern border, and it's time for Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas to step down, and Representative Ashley Hinson said Friday. There's just been a complete void of leadership, and Iowa Republicans said on Newsmax TV, "Wake up, America." Well, I think America's pretty much awake. It's just they aren't getting any official support, and won't until we get rid of the leadership that has put the kibosh on any support. Um, Mayorkas has repeatedly misled and flat out lied to me and other members of the Homeland Security Appropriations Committee. She said that she and other committee members have been stonewalled at every turn on the question about the number of people entering the country illegally and where they are going, and if they can be tracked. Well, take a look at the guy's last name. I can almost tell you who he is and why he's the head there, because his sympathy is with the illegals. Um, so, anyhow, I got two more headlines, and then I'm going to call it. Oh, the wind's blowing. At Town Hall, Biden says infrastructure spending deal is near. Yeah, thanks to about 13 Republicans that voted for it. So, we're now going to get another infrastructure deal, which I understand less than $500 million is going to actual infrastructure, and the rest is going to covering the asses of the illegals. And then this was also a week ago. Senator Rubio, Iran responsible for attack on U.S. troops. Senator Marco Rubio, a Republican of Florida, is blaming Iran for the attack on U.S. troops in Syria. His comments came in a Thursday tweet in which he appeared to warn the Biden administration against downplaying Iran's role in the attack. He wrote, Iran directly attacked U.S. troops in Syria yesterday. Don't cover this up just to save your hope for a nuclear deal with Iran. Remember what we've said in years and years in past, and even Mr. T will tell you. These Islamics, diehards, jihadists, whatever you want to call them, will lie to accomplish their goal. It is not a sin in their religion to lie. Okay. Rubio did not prove any further information to back up his claim about Iran being responsible for the attack. The Associated Press reported on Wednesday that the military outpost that's in southern Syria was attacked. However, no American troops were injured or killed in the coordinated assault. The Al Tanf garrison is used by U.S. and coalition troops to train local Syrian opposition forces on patrols and counter Islamic State militias. The AP said the base is located on a road which serves as a key link for Iranian-backed forces from Tehran all the way to Israel and southern Lebanon. The U.S. officials said it appeared drone strikes. The U.S. officials said it appeared drone strikes and direct fire were used in the attack, according to CNN. Another official told AP it was not clear who carried out the attack. Central Command spokesman Captain Bill Urban confirmed a deliberate and coordinated attack. Now, gee, I wonder where they got the drones to be able to use. Does anybody know where they got those drones? Were able to do the attack? So, okay, let me catch up on stuff. Yeah, there's, what was it, 4 million? 3.5 million, 4 million people this last month quit their jobs. And, yeah. See, I know I was exposed to COVID. I'm tested every week. No COVID, thank you. Dave Bowser. I've been exposed last weekend. They passed it on to at least 4 others. The wife and I didn't get it. So, well, like I say, I don't think, from what I've been reading of the COVID signs, that I have got that problem. Because number one, I don't have a fever. Lucky me, huh? No fever. And so, well, kids, I just wanted to let you know I was still alive after last week, and hopefully Scott will be ready to come in next week, and I'm feeling better. We can do the whole 9 yards, and that. And one last comment I was going to tell you. They don't know, so happy Thanksgiving to you. It's a little premature. And have a lot of turkey and gravy and smashed taters and pumpkin pie and pecan pie and all them things that you and I are not supposed to eat. And that. So, okay, kids. At that point, thanks, Semi, for the comment. You too, Jack. I'll be at Hermitage next weekend at the VFW. Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. Of course, the creeks might freeze over by then. Who knows? So, at that point, kids, I'm going to say goodnight, and we'll see you next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. Dave, no, I won't behave because I can't have no fun that way. And remember this. God bless the Republic. Death to the New World Order. We shall prevail. They are on the march. They're on the run. We're on the march. And don't forget to hug your rifle. Good night.